I'm not comfortable on specs buying online. I don't know how it will work out. But what I find here that they have got a number of choices.
Best thing like is the price and the quality of the book.
Well, people may or may not be comfortable buying their eyewear online.
Online is so convenient, right? So I want to switch to online. Yeah.
Definitely I will go for the offline, not the online one.
अच्छी फैसिलिटी, बहुत अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस है.
Today, we'll show you a business model which is changing the way people shop for their eyewear.
We've seen it all, we've heard it all, we've criticized it all. From the small upstarts to the booming ideas to the unicorns, those billion-dollar ventures. But now, another category of startups is emerging and it's making headlines. These would be the Soonicorns, or the soon-to-be unicorns. With rock-solid ideas and foolproof, sustainable business plans, Soonicorns are gathering momentum, and Soonicorns are here to stay. Today, we're sharing one such Soonicorn's journey with you, an eyewear business that's scaling up and how. This is Lenskart.
Meet the founder of Lenskart, Piyush Bansal, whose venture is now making headlines as the new Soonicorn or soon-to-be unicorn on the block. Piyush is the CEO and founder of Lenskart and happens to be a veteran in the e-commerce space. We've all heard the name Lenskart, spearheaded by Piyush, which focuses on local manufacturing backed by technology and offers consumers affordable and trendy eyewear. And his venture has a rather bold, ambitious aim to solve India's eye care problems with a hybrid business model of both online and offline presence. So has he succeeded in this mission?
So right now, I think we have not even touched, tip of the iceberg. India has 1.3 billion people. 50% of them, which is around 600 million people, need spectacles today, right? And only about 25% of them are wearing any sort of eyewear.
Lenskart. Now, we've all received messages and emails from the company about big discounts and sales. But now, let's get familiar with the inner workings of the venture. The company has a unique click and mortar presence, meaning both online and offline stores. Through its interactive website and physical stores, consumers can receive free home eye checkups, 3D trials online, stringent quality checks, prompt deliveries, 1-year product warranty, 14 days return policy and convenient payment options. And this happens to be one of the few e-commerce ventures focused solely on eyewear and yet registering growth through its omni-channel presence. The company's offline stores are spread across 100 cities and the plan is to raise the number to a total of 2,000 stores across India in the next 2 to 3 years. And the venture claims to be India's first and only to use a robotic technique which delivers glasses which are accurate to 3 decimal places.
We have actually gone backwards so much from choosing the screw in the frame to choosing the raw material in the frame. It's all done so extensively and without any intermediary, and all that benefit is being passed to the consumer.
Well, this venture has both the scale and scope, and that is why big analysts, investors and data intelligence agencies have pegged it as a Soonicorn. Ventures like Lenskart are considered to have the potential to join the big boys in the billion-dollar club. So let's ask the founder a few questions. Lenskart has been identified as a Soonicorn, a soon-to-be unicorn. What is its success mantra?
The key lies in what value are you creating for the consumer. And this, any discussion that you're doing, any decision you're taking, where does consumer sit in that decision about the product or about the service? Are you thinking like a consumer or are you thinking like the finance guy? Because it's very easy to take your decisions on the basis of what Tally tells you, what Excel tells you, what your logic tells you. But you have to understand what is it that the consumer wants.
Lenskart has an online as well as an offline model. What works better for the company?
Out of 100 people who were coming on the website, let's say 3 or 4 were buying. Another 1 or 2 started buying because of these eye exam services. Then we asked more people, why are you still not buying? Right? And some of these people said, I want to try. I went to I go to my nearby optician. So we piloted with a store just near my house. So I live in GK2. Our office was in Okla. In the middle comes Alaknanda, which is a small market, right? Neighborhood market. So we said, let's put a small store here. Let people who have been coming to our website see that there is a Lenskart here, and let's assist them in placing this order. So they can try our frame. We can even do their eye checkup there and let them place, and we will help them place an order. So we did that store and it did really well.
In the current battleground for startups, what is Lenskart's strategy to be a resilient venture?
For us, the strategy in any market, a good or a bad, stay focused, don't get distracted, let's keep listening to the consumer. Markets will go through their turns, but they should not determine our course.
We think that Lenskart has a great business model and has a first player advantage in the space. But behind Lenskart is a really impressive team and the vision is rock solid. Anyway, that's what we think. Let's hear what our mentors have to say about Lenskart. Meet Padmaja Ruparel, the dynamic and outspoken president of one of the world's largest group of business angels, Indian Angel Network. Under Padmaja's leadership, IAN has gathered over 100 stellar companies in its portfolio that span 7 countries. She knows a good idea when she sees one. This is Aditya Gupta, chairman at an early stage micro VC fund, Quarizon. Aditya has been a successful entrepreneur in the past and has built his expertise in strategy and business leadership.
I can assure you that many years ago when we all came across Lenskart, we thought, what a incredibly, not stupid, but an idea where every high street has lenses. But they were able to crack it. Their whole philosophy was right. Their execution was very good. They're able to do it. They've now got a lot of stores. I think they're also now beginning to realize that the old brick and mortar business can't go away, and therefore they're opening stores. I think that is the next phase of their development.
The fact that they could quickly think about the challenges and swivel to have these offline kiosks, I think that's where they overcame. And that's a big learning that I think a lot of startups could do with. To say that you don't get married to your business model, you don't get married to your idea, but in some ways you want to build a business, you want to cater to your customers, and you have to just swivel or make the tweaks that you need to ensure you're providing the best product or the best service to your customers. And I think Lenskart did that.
In the last 1 year, the government has announced several plans to help create a more conducive, a more enabling, and a more productive environment for startups to grow and do business in the country. But the story has changed, and it's not all profits and glory. Indian startups right now are facing doom and gloom. So today on State of the Startup, we ask the very important question, what does the government need to do on the ground to benefit the Indian startup?
On Unicorn, our focus has constantly been on the Indian startup ecosystem. But if our ecosystem had to take a page out of another country's startup book, well, it would probably be the USA, where Startup America has done wonders through early stage investment initiatives and expanding access to capital for budding founders. What more can the government do to push for startups on ground? And is good enough really good enough?
The regulator, which is SEBI, has been really engaging on building this industry up. State governments have started engaging on startups, so many of the states are coming forward. SIDBI, for example, is a major driver here through various funds. We have funded more than 100 alternate investment funds, which are the vehicles which provide venture capital to the startups.
We should have more incubator programs and accelerator programs coming out of every big city, if not even metros in India. If just not metros in India, because there are great talent pools there, and there are great engineers and other skilled professionals who are coming out of those places who can create great companies.
That's right, a thriving startup ecosystem depends upon the investments of angels and VCs. So different sources of funding could definitely be a boon. But to encourage investment in riskier ventures is the real challenge. And for that, we will need a combination of tax incentives and government-backed investment. But what about the not-so-nascent internet-only startups?
If we want to encourage our players on the internet to scale and grow large like Chinese companies, we really need to fix the last mile problem. We need to bring down the cost of spectrum. Government can do procurement in certain areas. So whether it's solar equipment, whether it's in affordable medical devices, healthcare. Government can create a market.